German Shepherd's first time in Playgroup. She has met Friday on a tether in the house. Friday's the boxer. And she's seen Zara in moving her back and forth in crates. But this is the first time they've physically had contact with one another. That was nice. They all shared that water bowl. Good girl, Cali. You want your leash off? Come here, Cali. Cali! So I've asked her for her, and she's not coming, so I'm going to get a spray ball and shut the play down. I won't get her to come to me as long as they think that they could play. So I have to establish myself as the leader by shutting down the play. So I'm going to start with the spray ball because Callie's so sensitive. Callie! And then I stepped on that leash so that she understands I don't want her to go far away from me, and as a result, she comes into me. See? Sometimes there's little tips and tricks you can do to make the training easier on you and the dog. And having a long line on your dog so that you can always pick it up at any distance is very nice. And knowing how to step on your leash to create a correction for a behavior you don't like in order to motivate the dog to do what you want them to do is always handy. Little tip and trick by Innovative Dog Training and Education. It's amazing how many people are concerned about doing that, yet they walk around with their leash wrapped around their hand and their dog straining at the end of the leash. To me, that's an issue, and that looks concerning. But if the dog creates the pressure by not listening to me and going away from me, which is dangerous for my dog, and then I make it so that they can soften that leash simply by doing the opposite, coming towards me, and they feel comfortable, I don't see the problem with that. And it takes a while for people to see that because it's new. They just don't understand it. So I usually watch people give me funny looks the first couple times they see it, and then they see how it works, and then they start doing it. So Callie's owners reported that she was a rough player and that she bit dogs while playing. So in observing her, I can see she is using her mouth on the dogs in a proper way though. So she's doing a little bit of maybe seek and destroy play. She definitely seems to be running. She's not wanting to stay stationary. So that's a sign of seek and destroy. And she's wanting to grab the dogs, and if she could, if they were smaller than her or more willing, she would probably be mushing them into the ground with her mouth. That is called seek and destroy play style. And it is a play style, and there should be 2 willing participants. One is the predator, the dog that's running and mouthing and biting and mushing, and one is the prey, which is the dog that runs from the predator. And then when they capture him, they usually will go belly up or lay on the ground and act helpless and let the other dog mush him into the ground. And they enjoy that very much. If you watch seek and destroy players, you can identify which one likes playing prey because they're always looking weak. They're always trying to be captured. And they get very excited when they get mushed in the ground. And if you're unsure if they enjoy it, and you back the other dog off, the one playing the predator, oftentimes the prey dog will jump up and go tag the predator dog, the other dog, because they want him to chase him and catch him and mush him in the ground again. So it's great fun for the dogs. I know it makes people uncomfortable because we don't play that way. At least most of us don't. Sometimes I watch boys play and I think, are they actually fighting or are they playing? Because they tend to wrestle and headlock each other and do mean things to each other, which they find endearing. And this is the same type of thing with the dogs. Now, just like with boys who get roughhousing, you get a little excited, you hit your friend a little hard, pinch them, grab them in the wrong spot. It could create conflict, especially if the person thinks you did it intentionally or you weren't apologetic for it. Same with the dogs. They bite each other too hard out of excitement, or they don't notice the other dog's tired, and conflicts arise. If the dogs are sloppy and they argue, then it can be an argument. But if they're kind of paying attention, then they will apologize. On that note, I'm going to stop.